Okay, this next team is a great team. It has a lot of collaborators. So the way we're going to do it is first I'll let them introduce the project and the academic partners, and then I'd like to take the time to invite my friends, just a representative from RVA, CI Squared, and CNI to just share a little bit about their companies, because there's lots of synergy in what they're doing with training, with field training standardization. So if we can have Dr. Robert Dion, Gary Westcott, Jorge Calaf, and Caroline Ocasio come forward. They'll share a little bit about the project and their academic experiences, and then we'll take time to introduce industry. So Dr. Dion.
Thank you. Well, to start out, obviously, we need to talk about the team. As April has just mentioned, this is an extensive team, and there's a reason for that as we look at the project that we have to achieve here. First off, I should mention that the co-investigator from the University of Oklahoma, Steve West, who is the director of the air traffic control program here, was not able to be with us today. He's actually at an air traffic control meeting, I believe, in Washington. So he'll be helping considerably with the process as we go through this. But in addition to that, we have a number of faculty members that I want to mention. First, we've got the folks from the different institutions that will be participating with us in this project. So why don't we start out and have each of you come up and talk a little bit about yourself and your program.
Good morning. My name is Caroline Ocasio. I'm with Inter-American University of Puerto Rico. We are very excited to be joining forces with our partners, not only the universities, but also our industry partners in this project. I guess what we bring to the table is a very unique location. We, even though are part of the FAA territory, we are on international waters. And so we like to look at ourselves as your home away from the 48 contiguous states. And so we invite you to actually let us know how we can better support you, not only in this project, but any other project that you might actually would like to experiment a different environment within the FAA territory. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Gary Westcott, and I am retired air traffic controller. I've worked for a very busy Level 8 BFR tower and also Level 9 TRACON tower experience. I have done air traffic control. I've done supervisor at both facilities, the VFR tower and the radar tower combined. I've also done acting management and participated in the management roles also. Also been a union leader to where I have participated on negotiations on both sides of that. I have done cadre for FAA in ATSAP and supervisory workshops. I've enjoyed my career with the FAA immensely. I tried to do as much as I possibly could. I was a training specialist at one time, OJTI for my full career, certifier for many years, and got the opportunity to go to work for Tulsa Community College and continue teaching air traffic control and loving every minute of it. That's what I bring to it as much as I possibly can. Thank you.
Can we do industry too? Yeah.
Good morning again. I'm Jorge Calaf. I'm the dean of the school. In addition to what Caroline said, we got also other opportunities that we can bring to the table, especially working on a stressful moment. Half of the island is without electricity, so it's a good project to work on those conditions. But we have been collaborating, and that's one of the things that I think that we can bring to this group. For now, the last couple of years with the Airways New Zealand and the Ferronats company from Spain, and we established a center to provide air traffic control under the European Safety Agency rules We were audited and certified by the EASA group from Germany. I think they came in. And so we have been doing that. We have now the first group that graduated in Puerto Rico, 6 months. And now they're going to go for a year to work in Spain in one of the 9 towers that this company has, Ferronets. So we have been doing that with them, and so that's a process of collaboration, and I hope that we can bring that to the table to this project. And also working with strong relationship with the FAA in Puerto Rico, and we have one unique center, which is what we call the CRAP, Combined and Route Approach Center, everything in one. So that's a unique center that we can use it to learn from them and see how can we bring ideas to improve it. Thank you.
We also have another member of college. In addition to that, we have a number of industry partners who are here today, and we'll go to those in just a minute. But I want to talk a little bit about the project itself. It's interesting to think about it from the point of view that what the FAA is really looking for is for us to help them with their workforce development and their training process. And as I look across these projects, which I'm sure you have all done, you notice that there's a similarity in a number of them, and there are places where they cross-populate the information. And hopefully with this project in particular, there are a number of other projects that we will be able to interface with to gain additional information and ensure that the product that we deliver is of the quality and nature that the FAA is looking for. And to have said that, what we're really looking at is the standardization of the field training that's being accomplished currently at facilities that are doing both air traffic control and the technical operations. So our objective is to go out and try to collect that information as best as we can, and there's a number of ways that we intend to do this. Primarily, we are pulling together these subject matter experts that are including the folks we've talked to here and those we will discuss here in a moment, and using those folks as the data collection process. We're going to design an instrument in order to collect that data through a Delphi approach, and then actually use a focus group of the subject matter experts to determine how to exactly collect the correct information at each facility. From that, we then also want to ensure that these raters or evaluators will have a standard practice when they go out to the facilities and do this data collection. So we're going to do a process to ensure that the standardization is there within our evaluators. So when we get the data back, we have similar data that we can compare. And then once the data has been collected, we hope to then go through another process of basically Delphi, where we will determine or boil down the data to what we believe are the standards across all of the facilities. Now, we can't obviously go to every single facility that the FAA controls. So from a statistical point of view, we're going to try to collect a sample of those facilities that include the different levels of control towers, et cetera, plus the technical operations that are out there. So quite frankly, this is going to be a lot of data collection, and then combination of that data tried to analyze the conclusions that they're looking for. They're asking us to deliver what is the current standard and quality of the training that's taking place in the field, and then to make a recommendation as to what they should standardize on for the future, and possibly even put together a prototype of a system that would then allow a standardized delivery of training. If we look at the adult education and workforce development area, certainly there's lots of technical information and theory that we can base our conclusions on. However, I think we've made a lot of progress in the last number of years in improving our training on the facility. So there's plenty of examples that we have out in industry that we can use to help support our conclusions and make recommendations to the FAA how to proceed for the future. So that's basically what we're going to try to accomplish with this Project One. As I say, I hope the intent is that we will be able to interface with several of the other projects and be able to use their expertise as we move forward with this one. The other point I guess I'd want to make is that the use of industry or academic review boards is going to be an important aspect of this process to ensure that the data that does get recommended is accurate, and again has a quality that they're going to be looking for.